After 5 years of staying in Milan, Leslie went back to her homeland to visit her boyfriend.
The snowstorm are very strong. It's zero visibility. It's hard to find my place. After a long hard day, battling in snowstorm, Leslie finally found her home.
Oh, so tired, driving for a long time, finally.
Leslie immediately entered the building because the snow storm is getting more stronger. She had been decided to take a rest and text her boyfriend that she has been arrived home. The surprise she had been planning is not work because of the bad weather, and decided to tell her boyfriend to come and visit her tomorrow. After reaching her unit, Leslie felt more sleepy and need to take a long rest.
Home sweet home, I miss my home. I'm glad that Mark is taking care of my unit.
Leslie took a shower first, and then went on her room and sleep. James received her message and was surprised that Leslie has been arrived and fixed something to his house and make sure that things are good, because he is going to Leslie's house in the morning. James, call Andrea to tell that Leslie is home. Andrea, she is the girl that James had been living with when Leslie is out of the country. Andrea knows about her, but Leslie had no idea that her boyfriend only using her. James only wanted to be a part of her business, and he only wanted to took off all Leslie's asset when they get married and dispose her after that. Leslie was so in love with him, she doesn't even know that James had a plan to her. She went back home because she has decided to marry James and had a family with him. After the snowstorm, James went to Leslie's pad to visit her and had bonding time with her. When he arrived, Leslie was so happy and kissed him. James also hugged her and tell her he was surprised.
Sweetie, I miss you so much. I surprised that you are back. How long you would been staying here?
And Leslie replied with a big smile.
Sweetie, I just decided to stay here for good and I'm accepting your offer to marry you.
When James heard her answer, he was shouting for joy and Leslie was so happy too. James carried Leslie, hug and kiss her. After spending the day together, James tell Leslie that he needs to go home to fix his things and paper because they are both decided to have a simple wedding and do it as soon as possible.
Sweetie, I need to go home, see you tomorrow. We need to set an appointment to our wedding coordinator.
Okay, sweetie, have a safe drive. I love you.
And after saying goodbye to each other, James leave her unit and went to Andrea. The next morning, after their gown and suit has been choose again, he went to Andrea and discussed the plan.
Honey.
Yes, honey, what's the matter?
My wedding is coming, honey. I just can't wait to be the new owner of her all asset.
Our asset, honey. So, honey, listen to our plan carefully.
Okay, honey, what's the plan?
After your wedding, Leslie will transfer you as new CEO of her company, right? 1 week after your wedding, and I know that she will go to San Lorenzo for her last performance, right?
Yes. So
she will be rest in peace there.
You are so brilliant. What will happen to her?
Wait and see, honey.
After discussing their plan to Leslie, James and Andrea spent the whole night together. Next morning, Leslie woke up early. She is so excited to her wedding coordinator. After her meeting to her coordinator, she decided to visit James to discuss about their wedding. When she was driving, she was accidentally saw Andrea and James near on James' house, so she stopped her car near to them to ask who is the girl.
James.
Andrea and James was shocked to see her.
Sweetie.
Who is she?
I'm his cousin. cousin you must be Leslie?
Yes.
Yes, sweetie, she just arrived because I invite her as one of our bridesmaid on our wedding day.
James take a deep lie to Leslie to make her believe. He make a lot of story to convince her. After that day, Leslie and Andrea became close like a best friend. Andrea evil mind was happy because Leslie trusts her so much because Leslie thought that Andrea is one James relative. After few weeks, their wedding is come. And finally, James' first plan to marry Leslie has been succeed. What will happen next? Wait for the next part of this story.